So a couple notes on the saw that may stop working, or you may have to work on just a little bit if it's not cutting the right way or it's not turning on. If you come to the saw and the stop is not on the fence, the automatic fence is not turned on at all, where you're gonna have to start is over here. There's a red switch under here that you'll be able to click, and in just a few seconds, you'll see the screen light up. It'll say initializing. If it says initializing, that means it's just starting up, and you're gonna get a whole bunch of words on there. It'll say something like hit start to return to home or to run homing sequence. So I'm gonna hit start to start the start routine, and you'll see the saw fence is gonna move automatically. Just make sure that the deck is clear and nothing's going to be in the way. And after this is done, you're going to get a screen on there that just says about 47 inches. Then you're free to cut whatever dimension you need to cut. So if I want to cut 5 inches, I hit 5 and then I hit start and it moves to 5. Now, what happens if it's out of calibration? Now, this is something that I don't just want you to do without confirming with somebody else that yes, I indeed cut something and it's off. Because the vast majority of the time it's user error when there's something wrong with the calibration of the saw stop or the tiger stop on the table saw. So what you need to do to check it is to grab a board. I've got it set at 5 inches. My board is definitely more than 5 inches. And I just make a little cut. Then I'm gonna measure that cut and make sure that if you're using a tape measure that the front is pretty straight and not all curled and gross, because that's oftentimes people's problem. And I can see that this is 5, so it is in calibration. Now, if it's out of calibration, one, have somebody else verify it and use 2 different rulers to make sure that it's not the ruler that's the problem, because 9 times out of 10, when somebody starts messing with the calibration on here, they mess it up for everybody, and it was actually okay, and it was something that they were doing wrong. So if you need to calibrate it, you hit the C button up here that says calibrate, and then you just type in the distance that it actually measured. So if I had this set at 5, but I'd measured this and it said 4 3/4, I would type in 4.75, and then I hit the D button, which is done, and now it's recalibrated. Again, only do that if you can verify with one other person that it is indeed the calibration of the fence that's off and it's not user error.